Welcome to Election Connection. We are live at the CACEO Annual Conference, and we have the first person that came into our podcast today. Can you tell us your name and what county you're from?
My name's Wendy Hudson, and I'm the Chief Deputy Registrar in Sonoma County.
Yay. So Wendy, why are you passionate about elections?
I am passionate about the opportunity to serve my community, to educate registrants, voters, candidates, elected officials about what we do and the transparency of our operations.
All right. So why do you think people don't vote?
I think there's a lot of mis and disinformation out there, and I think that there are people that think that their vote doesn't matter. I think that we're getting improvements in education to students in high school to teach them the importance of registering and voting.
So speaking of students in high school, what is Sonoma County doing to engage like the younger voters?
Well, we have an outreach team. We don't have a lot of funds to go out to the schools, but when they do reach out to us, we will send an outreach team out. We do tours of our office for the Girl Scouts will come out and tour once in a while, the Boy Scouts, some high schools will come out, and we provide them information at our outreach events. We have flyers, and we love having student poll workers as well.
So how many years of experience do you have in elections?
Well, I've been working in elections for 26 years now. I started out in Indiana as the chief deputy clerk, and the clerk in Indiana is responsible for elections as well. And then I was elected to the clerk of the circuit court and was responsible for elections. And then 7 months in Santa Clara County and 6 years now in Sonoma County.
Well, thank you for contributing to democracy in California. Please introduce yourself and what county you're from.
I am Matt Morellis. I am the Registrar of Voters for the County of Santa Clara.
Yay! That's not a clap track. That is really us clapping for you. We're very happy to have you as the ROV. Why are you passionate about elections? You've been in elections for over 28 years?
21
over
years.
21 years? Yeah. So why are you passionate about elections?
I'm passionate about elections because it's one of the most fundamental rights that we have as citizens, and in a lot of ways, it's the foundational right that all the other rights stem from. It's the way we as citizens make our voices heard, speak our minds publicly about the issues and the values that are important for us. It's also the way that we have to hold our elected officials and other individuals of power accountable, so that they know that everything they have to do has to be transparent and has to be consistent with the values of the people who elected them. So I think those are really powerful rights that we have and powers that we have. And I think looking back over the history of this country, there's been a lot of challenges in ensuring that everybody can participate fully in that right. And so it's really a privilege to me to be able to be a part of ensuring that everybody has an opportunity to engage in that right, that we are providing opportunities that meet everybody's diverse needs. And so really, whoever you are, whatever your lifestyle is, we're giving you an option that matches your life for you to cast your ballot and make your voice heard and exercise that most fundamental right.
So your Santa Clara County is one of the counties that has the 18 to 24-year-olds, that number is increasing to be more voters. What are you guys doing to keep that going?
So we have a very far-reaching and diverse program of voter education, outreach, and engagement. And we're fortunate to have the resources to do that on a multifaceted approach. So that's from everywhere from direct education and outreach, like on campuses, college campuses, even high school campuses, talking about student poll worker, vote center worker programs, pre-registration to vote, registering new voters, directly engaging in that form. We also have a very strong social media presence where we can engage folks on that venue as well, in addition to working with strategic partners, student activists, schools, student organizing groups to engage with them. Additionally, we have a lot of our media that is targeted specifically to that audience. In fact, we just recently released a comic book targeting college students that is very unique and speaks directly to the issues that particular demographic have as far as registering, the challenges of registering to vote and voting somewhere where maybe it's not where you grew up and you just recently moved. And so we really want to speak uniquely to the needs of that audience.
Awesome. And I know the media has picked up on that and highlighted what you guys have done. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So I'm Jose Gonzalez. I'm one of the election services managers for Contra Costa County.
Okay. So why are you so passionate about elections?
It's kind of twofold for me. So I'm passionate because I really feel like I'm making a difference in my community. And it comes from like helping anyone in our community, from kids who are in high school who want to participate in the election process as high school student poll workers, or is, an elderly person who is, looking to get some information on when their ballot's going to come in the mail, or just any information about where they're going to go to vote.
Okay, so speaking of high school, why do you think it's important to engage high school students to be involved in the process?
Well, it's important for me because that's how I got my start in elections. I was a high school student poll worker, not because I wanted to at the time, but because my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, asked me to do it with her. It was an adopt-a-pool back then.
Okay.
And it was at our local church, and she asked me, hey, do you want to do this with me on election day? So I agreed to it.
That's how she got you.
Yeah, and next thing you know, one of the outreach persons at the time, Erin Mendez, she invited us to do some seasonal work to survey polling places around the county, and that's how I got my start. So I'm passionate about high school student poll workers in that sense, but also because, it just gives them an outlet, something to do during the high school years to make some a little bit extra money and to learn a little bit about local government.
I love that. That's a great story.
Yeah.
Does she work in elections too?
She did seasonally for a little bit, but no, she doesn't.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
that story. So what's your most memorable election story?
Well, definitely that one because it's still with me,
Yeah.
right? Well, it had to be when we're surveying polling places, and it was early on. We were just going place to place, during the summer, but it was surveying polling places. One of my favorite ones, though, is when I think it was in the last election cycle, we had a 18-year-old register and vote for the very first time on election day, and she was very passionate about it. She was very emotional, so I think that was one of my best memories.
I think those heartfelt moments are what we all remember every time someone asks us that. I mean, we have so many election stories of things that happened on election day, but to have an emotional story that goes with how you helped someone and how you made a difference, I think that's awesome. So how many years of experience do you have in elections?
So when I served as a student poll worker, it was in 2006.
Okay.
And then I started helping seasonally since then. I became permanent in 2009 and then went to work with the clerk recorder, had a stint there, came back in 2015, right before the primary election in 2016.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So in all, about 15 years.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for contributing to the democracy in California.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.